Are you talking about EDOPS?
Let's call it people that have a problem with remembering.
Yeah. Okay. In any case, thank God that went over your head. The
Maybe I let it go over my head on purpose, but continue.
Where a judge has sided with opponents of Mayor Tiffany Henyard in an ongoing power struggle. Henyard has tried to work around trustees by appointing her own village manager, attorney, and police chief. The trustees sued. Now a judge has entered an order that clearly states Henyard's picks for those positions are out. No comment yet from Tiffany Henyard. She faces a re-election battle this spring from mayor of Dalton. Henyard is also suing after Democrats voted against slating her for supervisor of Thornton Township.
I feel genuinely nervous.
RJ.
Yes. I'll say this, KaiR. We talked about Tiffany Henyard in a couple of shows already, and that whole Thornton Township debacle is something that she didn't expect. She didn't expect to lose power the way she did, and now she's trying all possible venues, trying to use all possible tactics in order to get back the power. Because of course, it doesn't feel great to lose. But if you were given the position in the first place, you never really earned the position. Well, I think you should know the rules. But before we proceed, guys, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, follow us on our other socials, and also don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. But yeah, KaiR, right now she just seems desperate. She's desperately trying to regain some sort of control.
You're right. And there's a lot of power struggles going on. Let's jump right into one of those power struggles. Fair use.
Infighting among leaders in Thornton Township is now leaving some people without an essential service there.
WGN's Dana Rebick talked with people impacted and has the story for us from South Holland.
It's a vital service when you're unable to drive, or you don't have a car to drive or family to take you. So this has been a lifeline for us.
Harvey resident Tia Robinson relies on Thornton Township senior transportation service buses to go grocery shopping and get to her doctor's appointments. Those buses no longer running due to a lapse in insurance coverage.
We cannot pick residents up. We cannot access our buildings due to the liability. If someone falls, if a car crash happens, car accident, we cannot accept that risk.
Some seniors, they go to dialysis, and others go to radiation and chemo. So it's a vital service.
Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard blames the situation on two trustees, Carmen Carlisle and Chris Gonzalez, who have been at odds with Henyard and have not shown up to more than half a dozen recent board meetings.
Regardless of how you feel personally, you should come, you should vote. This is about the people. This isn't about a person. This is about the services that people depend on.
Trustee Carmen Carlisle today saying, quote, "This situation is not about trustees failing to attend meetings. It is about the supervisor's failure to lead with transparency, accountability, and sound management of township resources. The residents of Thornton Township deserve better than excuses and blame shifting." Carlisle saying Henyard had an option to auto-renew the insurance coverage, but chose not to act. While insurance for township buildings and vehicles lapsed December 1st, the buses were spotted taking seniors to Supervisor Henyard's December bingo night.
There was one bingo night in December, and it looked like those buses...
Peep this one, RJ. Just peep this. Yo, they set them up.
Like those buses were being used to bring seniors to the bingo night. Do you know anything about that?
I mean, obviously, the video shows the buses. What I do not know is if they had got like some one-day insurance or anything like that. I don't know. I wouldn't handle that.
According to internal...
You're on mute, by the way.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You're right, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the contrast. So first and foremost, if I understand it correctly, it was in her hands in the first place.
Yes. The contracts, renewal of all the contracts, that's part
Her
of their responsibilities. Yeah.
Yeah. And she dropped the ball there. But now buses are being used to bring elders to bingo night.
By the way, they're only being used for that. They're not getting used for the regular stuff they are supposed to be used to, because they're not insured for that. But they're not also insured for driving them to bingo. But hey,
I was just about to say. So I was just about to say.
Hey, votes are votes.
I was just about to say, because I believe that Tiffany has a very strong following among the elderly, and she knows this, right? That's what she focuses on, and a lot of people who come out to defend her are either the elder or the police. Now,
well, you forget some people. You forget as well some other people, but
what am I forgetting then?
People with the Joe Biden.
People with the Joe Biden. Are you talking about EDOPS?
Let's call it people that have a problem with remembering.
Yeah. Okay. In any case, thank God that went over your head.
Maybe I let it go over my head on purpose, but continue.
But so she has a strong following, and what does she do? She has to think, KaiR. There are elections around the corner. You know, she needs to keep her base
name buzzing
and committed. And so, but I find it very irresponsible if the buses are not insured. I find it very irresponsible to say, okay, we can use it for anything, but we can use it to drive the to bingo night.
By the way, the crazy part is not only the buses. Apparently, they had to shut down
the buildings,
the locations.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What are we doing? Yeah, that's crazy. I'm curious how it's gonna work out, because I mean, it's getting closer. April is coming up, so that's when the elections are planned to happen. 1st of April, I think, from the top of my head, in Thornton Township. So, hey, a lot of people are I wanted to say are GUNNING for that role as a Thornton Township supervisor, because you make a good buck, 220 something. You know the other person who got the nomination, Harris. You know how much he's making right now?
No.
In his role?
No.
Take a guess.
So what is he responsible for?
Let me take a look.
So that's not important. He's a civil servant, right?
Yes, he is a civil servant. Yeah.
So he's a civil servant, and he's been appointed by Tiffany.
No. He's the one who won the Thornton Township nomination for the Democrats.
Okay. So but then again, I don't understand your question.
He's a senator.
Yeah.
How much do you think he's making right now?
As a senator?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I would say 100K a year.
90. So you're close. How much do you think? Yeah, we know how much people make when they are the Thornton Township supervisor.
I forgot. It was 225.
Yeah.
K a year.
Everyone is trying to get that. It's like the Hunger Games in Dalton right now.
But so as a township supervisor, you get paid more than you do as a senator?
It seems like it.
Yeah. Okay.
It seems like it, but hey, don't forget, as a senator, you have more connections, so you can wiggle.
Make some.
I'm not gonna say what you can wiggle. I'll say
You can make some.
You can twerk more. You can twerk more.
You don't need to stand outside either. You can also trade inside.
All I say is you're trying to push. You're trying to push the limit. All I say is you can wiggle. People know what wiggle means. If they don't know, you're in the wrong location right now.
Yeah.
No, but hey, it's getting crazier, RJ, and I think I totally agree with you on the fact that it's she has to fight for her position, but she's also trying to shift the blame on other people, so it looks good like she's fighting for her base, but she's part of the problem. Sometimes it's very interesting to see how she moves, because sometimes I think she knows what she's doing, but she's trying to save herself from her own mistake she made before that, and that at the end, it's like when we talk about the divorce topics, right? It's always the kids that get hurt in those situations. And here it's the citizens, the people who need that bus, who don't have any other way to go from point A to B. People that have to go to the hospital because they have treatments. Then they are the victims of this, let's call it, battle between the trustees.
Yeah. But if election comes around and you vote for the same clown, then that's the leader you deserve, right?
Yes, they usually say that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how it develops, because I think they still haven't they have sued what's his full name? I think his name Napoleon Harris, and for the whole caucus that they organized. I'm curious whether that will work out. I don't know. But they have till April to get this
figure it out.
To figure it out, yeah. In the meanwhile, people who need stuff to be handled by the local government, it's gonna be a quite interesting couple of months, because there's still I think it's still a deficit. The budget is not aligned correctly. Still, I think she hasn't, if I'm not mistaken, she hasn't even, they've been asking for a overview of all the expenses and everything relating to the finance of Thornton Township and Dalton her Dalton role. But I don't think she has sent any of the data to the people that requested that those files. So I don't know, man.